A beautiful new green space is now the center of attention in the Tree Streets neighborhood of Hyannis. Residents can take their children to play on the new swing set, walk dogs along the bluestone path, or perhaps toss a frisbee in the newly expanded green space. Residents and town leaders began planning work in 2010, and now, 5 years later, the neighborhood's vision is a reality. On July 8th, residents, town leaders, and a state official gathered for the official dedication of Ridgewood Park.
There it is. There it is. We're here to rededicate Ridgewood Park. For those of us who have been around for a while, we know that this park and this area, the so-called Tree Streets that we've known for years, has really been a very strong neighborhood in the downtown Hyannis area. It's close to everything. We've had working families. It's had its ups and downs, and we've seen it go through different cycles. But we know that the people who have lived here and raised families here have really enjoyed this section of town. And as a town manager, I certainly, when I think of Hyannis, I always think of the Tree Streets and how important they've been to our community. I know, I used to have a friend on the street who was a boat captain when I was a boat captain for Highline, and we'd come over here, and the park didn't look like this. So I think it looks. I think it looks, and I'm standing. I keep thinking there's a car that's
right.
And the Gateway Cities program has been something that's enabled us to look at specific neighborhoods, specific areas, and attempt to be a part of the revitalization that the neighbors themselves want, and we want to help participate.
So I went back in my files today because I said I have to remember when we started this, and our first meeting together was in 2010, in March of 2010. Can you believe it? And we weren't slacking.
The trees should be tall.
I know, the trees should be tall, right? So we weren't slacking all of this time. So our first thanks, it was a great process. We made friends. We got to know the neighborhood better. It was a terrific process. So our first thank you is to you folks and to the neighborhood. And our second thanks are to the funders. With us today is Kurt Gertner from EOEEA, who Kurt was the one who decided that we were worthy of the Gateway. This project was worthy of the Gateway Cities grant, and Kurt also helped us. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Kennedy Legacy Trail, but Kurt's program and office helped us fund that as well. And of course the town council and the town manager.
Basically say this is great. When you're asked to come and represent the secretary, this is the kind of assignment you want. Go out in the park and the open space. Overall, I just want to say congratulations to the city officials responsible, the design team, those who built this, and especially the neighborhood. We've discovered that parks really make a difference, and it doesn't have to be a big, large park. Its proximity to an open space really makes a difference to people's quality of life, their health, and I think this came out just fantastic. I do have pictures in my file back in Boston of what this looked like before. So after, this is great, and we were happy to be able to contribute about $200,000 to the revitalization of the park. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come, and the executive office looks forward to being a continued partner with the community over the long term, other investments, and so just overall looks great. Congratulations.
Thank you for all the help in making it all happen too.
The park is intended not to be a destination, but rather as a space for residents of the neighborhood to safely enjoy for years to come.